Today we discuss the perplexing disappearance of Fred Valentich. We'll start with Fred's journey to become a pilot and his Ian-like obsession with UFOs. Then, we'll learn about his last flight in October of 1978. We'll look at the strange encounters he reported, his loss of contact, and the theories and rumors that swirled after neither he nor his plane were ever recovered. I'm Mike.
I'm Ian.
And I'm Dave. If you thought Australia was only about Fosters and kangaroos, stick around. Sometimes, even the aliens need a specimen from the penal colony. This is Necronomipod.
All right, we're getting good and buzzed and feeling pretty good. Why don't we, let's start talking politics and religion.
It's my favorite. Let's go.
Solve all the world's problems right now.
I usually do when I'm buzzed. I have an answer for everything, friends.
I get smarter the more hits I take off
Absolutely. I play pool much better when I'm intoxicated, and I can solve the world's problems much better.
You a big billiards player?
No, but when I can barely stand up, I shoot pretty well. For some reason.
I like darts. I haven't played darts in a while.
I used to like playing darts.
Yeah. You a darts guy ever?
I mean, I've played before, but
Yeah.
it was cool.
Little 201, 301, double in, double out.
All of that. I love, it's probably my favorite bar game is darts. I don't have them at many places anymore, though. It's even better when it's not the electronic. It's the old school, like keep score
I don't
yourself.
like
dart.
electronic.
I mean, I like it when it just does the math for you. That's kind of nice.
That's true.
But yeah, that old way of playing is nice.
I can do math, though, so I don't really need that.
I can't do math sober, so you can imagine when I'm 15 Zimas deep.
Zima.
So what else going on? Anything else new? Exciting? Fun?
Not really. Slow week.
Yeah?
I don't even have anything interesting to say.
No.
Well, that's going to make for a great episode.
I mean, outside of the story, of course. Just, I don't know. I got a scooter the other day. I've been cruising around the neighborhood.
I've seen you
Oh,
just
that's cool.
cruising on by.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I think that's Dave. I just hope I don't hear sirens in a few minutes.
We were riding those Lime scooters around Atlanta. I'm like, this is fun. I think I want to get one for the house. It's fun. I'm going to go out after we record tonight after I
That'll be fun. Great.
can't see straight. I'm going to see how fun it is riding around the
Go
neighborhood.
buzz around.
Absolutely.
Can I just like hold on to you? You take me home?
Absolutely.
All right.
We'll double up.
That'd be great.
I'll put you on my shoulders.
I just want to like hold on like onto your back, like a piggyback type. Just take me home. That's a piggyback reminded me of like, oh, people would love to see that. And then it reminded me, was that on Bonus Show or on a Sunday show where I talked about the old man sleeping outfit?
I think it's been a little bit of everything recently.
It's out there in the world.
Okay.
All
'Cause I have
listeners
the
are
outfit.
aware.
I have the outfit. I just need to kind of do that. I just
you
couldn't
could
remember.
wear that and ride around on the scooter.
Can you imagine?
I'll let you borrow my scooter
No,
for that.
my hat will fly off. I can't do that.
Just like blown in the wind.
I have to tape it on so it just blows behind me. It's like a wind socket. Wind socket? Wind sock.
Windsock.
Wind sock. I don't know why I said socket.
We'll just drive around town. Like you can just hold me and be on the back in your getup, and I'll just look at people and smile as we're driving by them.
That's what he said, like Dumb and Dumber. Like I must hold on to you as we're cruising up into town.
Was he holding a colonial man with a lantern on the back of his scooter?
I'm going to hold on with
Sure
one arm,
was.
but still have the candle in the other.
Was that a colonial man with a windsock and a lantern on the back of a scooter? Yep.
And
God damn right it
is
was.
that Colonial Man wearing yellow chucks? I would wear my blue ones to match the ensemble, but
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Obviously. You're not a savage.
no, of course not. All right, I keep forgetting about that though. It's hanging up in my closet, so I'll have to bust that out and take some photos. I think we should do it like right out in the studio in the hallway.
Yeah.
Like I'm like walking down the hallway, make it all creepy like.
I feel like you're edging a bunch of listeners out there with not bringing the photographic proof. Just waiting out there.
Honestly, for this, I just keep forgetting about it. We'll have to do that. And I couldn't remember if that was like a bonus show thing, or if that was a Sunday show that everyone knew about. Either way, everyone's gonna get it.
They all know it now, pal.
If they haven't heard, they're like, "What the fuck are they talking about?" Well, wait and see. This was after Madeline McCann. Getting into that child stuff gets a little heavy and deep. You pulled a good UFO story out of the vault. Potential UFO, potential disappearance. Maybe a whodunit type thing. What happened? Mystery.
It's a classic UFO one. It always shows up in books, UFO books, documentaries and stuff. When they want to give an example of a radio transmission or something, they'll throw 10 minutes on Fred Valentich and then
Proof positive.
and then go on with the rest of the story.
It's like Amelia Earhart meets Missing 411 meets Betty and Barney Hill.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of is like that. That's pretty good.
With an Australian twist on it.
With an Australian twist. That's perfect.
This means the pilot was drunk, right?
Well, naturally.
Fred seemed to be a pretty off the rails dude, just kind of do what he wants. So
I've seen that. What was that Australian documentary we watched? They're off the rails a little bit.
It's a different world. That's for sure.
It really is.
Fred Valentich was born on June 9th, 1958 in Avondale Heights, Melbourne, Australia. He always wanted to be a pilot, and his parents, Guido and Alberta Valentich, were super supportive of his dream.
That's racist. Why are you calling his dad Guido? Oh, that's his actual name, Guido.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
It's allowed.
Sorry. It's allowed. I allow it.
Even though he wasn't the best student, he was dedicated to flying and worked really hard at his flight training. He never missed classes. He studied super hard for his exams. Fred was said to be really close with his family, and his 3 siblings looked up to him. Grew up in a modest neighborhood, and as he grew up, Fred's love for flying just kept growing. As a kid, he spent hours reading books and watching movies about airplanes. When he was 19, so in September of 1977, Fred got his private pilot license, but he wanted more. He dreamed of being a commercial airline pilot. So he started part-time training for that while working other jobs to pay the bills. He applied twice to join the Royal Australian Air Force, but got turned down both times because of his grades. He also had a tough time with his commercial pilot's license exams, failing all 5 subjects twice and 3 more just a month before he disappeared.
He could have had a bright future as a Spirit Airlines pilot, huh?
Fred was said to study very hard, but he did not do well at his tests.
Okay, then maybe you shouldn't be flying.
Some people just aren't good test takers.
Maybe this isn't for you.
Was the test him actually trying like in a simulator of sorts? Maybe he's better at the act of doing than remembering and writing on paper.
I'd like him to be better at both acts.
I'm not
in his plane.
I'm not fucking getting on his plane, but I'm not going to fly any Australian airline powered by fucking kangaroo blood.
Kangaroos.
Well, what else do they have?
I don't even think
Oil?
of
Gas? Get out of here.
like that movie Rescuers Down Under, how they had the plane with the little water gimmicks on them.
Oh, the ones that can land down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the Rescuers Down Under with Chip and Dale.
That's right.
Yeah, that's what I think.
That's what you were saying. I was like, at first, I was like, what movie is he? I'm going to kayfabe this and act like I know what he's talking about.
Fred also got into trouble a few times during his training. He flew into restricted airspace and cloud cover, which got him warnings and a possible prosecution. But he didn't give up and he kept flying, racking up around 150 flying hours by October 1978 when he was 20.
When you fly into that zone, they are going to either force you down or shoot you down. Don't you know that?
Don't you know
He needed
that?
Art Bell's warning when he flew into that restricted zone.
Don't you know that?
It didn't sound like Fred did this on purpose, like being a dickhead. Fred just kind of...
Failed all his classes and didn't know what he was doing, perhaps?
Yeah, he was innocently flying around in restricted
Yeah, that's great.
airspace and stuff.
You're grounded.
But they said, well, you said he studied hard. So, yeah, he's just dumb.
Some
Dumb guy.
people are dumb. You can study all you want. Some people are dumb.
And look, dumb
this
people
is not for you.
can probably work their way through life.
Doing something else.
Probably shouldn't be flying airplanes.
No. We're doing a lot of victim blaming here in the first 10 minutes of the show, but I just want to make the point that,
I don't even think we know if there's truly a victim. If we're going to spoiler alert a little bit.
some people are dumb. Let's just leave it at that. Not this guy, perhaps, but
Well, he's dumb when,
Some
maybe
people are
when it
dumb.
comes to flying a plane. It just maybe wasn't meant to be for him.
they always say, like, you work hard, achieve your dreams. For some people, any amount of studying is not going to get you there. Just might not be for you. You might be dumb.
And I wouldn't care at all. But when what you want to do, other people's livelihood depends on it, yeah, I'm going to tell you you're dumb and you shouldn't do this.
Correct.
I wish one of his teachers had done that. Like, hey, have you thought of school bus driving?
Yes.
How about being a limousine driver? How about you, well, that's the 70s. You can't buy a video game, but make a paper airplane. I don't know. Fucking good luck. You should not be responsible for transporting human lives.
You just said be a school bus driver.
Well, you know, let me finish. Through the air. Not through the air.
Are you saying Australian kids don't count? You don't care about Australian kids?
Well, I don't care about any Australians, if you're going to be honest about it, or if I'm going to be honest about it. But he should not be transporting people in the air from place to place.
We'll leave it at that for now. Some harsh opinions we've given early in the story.
Fucking
Here.
buried Fred. Besides flying, Fred was super into UFOs and fully believed in extraterrestrial life. He read a lot about UFOs and talked about them with his dad, Guido. Guido later said that Fred was worried about being attacked by aliens while he was out flying around. A few months before he went missing, Fred told his girlfriend, Rhonda, that he had seen a UFO while he was flying, which just made him believe in aliens even more. Like, he's just obsessed with aliens and obsessed with flying an airplane.
All right. He's already had contact, apparently. Dad's like, what's the matter with you?
That's a great Australian accent.
You like that?
On the morning of October 21st, 1978, Fred did his usual routine, headed to the Moorabbin Airport for afternoon classes. After class ended around 5 p.m., Fred filed a flight plan saying he was picking up passengers on King Island. However, he told his girlfriend, Rhonda, that he was going to catch crawfish.
I mean, I could see flying over there if the mainland ran out of Foster's, but flying over there for crawfish?
Maybe it's a good spot.
I do like crawfish. If they're tasty, I'd
It's a lot of work. Sucking all that out of there.
Well, I'm good at sucking.
Okay.
If there's
I love when there's an instant soundboard clip. You're like, can we pause the show now and cut this?
yeah. That's tasty stuff.
It is tasty.
Fred rented a single-engine Cessna 182L for a 125 nautical mile flight to King Island. But later it was found that he wasn't really going to pick up passengers or crawfish. He also didn't tell King Island Airport he planned to land there, which was against standard procedure. Fred's just doing his own thing on this day.
Like maybe they want to be
going fucking
expecting
AWOL.
you if you're going to show up.
125 nautical miles, Dave. That equates to what?
I don't know, 150 miles perhaps?
Oh, I don't fucking know. I was just putting you to the test.
I think it's like kilometers. You just add a little bit, maybe.
Oh.
I'm not sure.
Real smart guys over here.
I'll check. I'll Google it and we'll update you later in the show.
And we'll edit it to make us all look so smart.
No, we won't.
No. No, we won't.
That's a small plane, a Cessna. I don't like small planes.
No,
Not
it's
a fan.
A 4-seat single
Yeah,
engine.
that's a small plane.
So I've been on a plane that I think is very similar to this.
I was going to ask you because you were in a plane a couple years ago.
It's 2 in the front. I believe it was a 4-seater, but it wasn't like 2 and 2. It was 2, like the passenger co-pilot, behind the pilot, co-pilot, behind the pilot was a passenger seat that faced the back of the plane. And then I was at the back of the plane, like facing that guy. And when you're outside of the plane, I was almost as tall as the plane. I have a photo as you're going through. I'll scroll through and I'll show you guys. It is very similar to this. Like I felt like we were in an SUV in the air.
Yeah, no, I don't want any of that.
Nope.
Once you're in the air, it was fine. But the takeoff and the landing is when you're like, oh, I'm on a real small fucking plane. Once you're up there, because you didn't get as high as like a commercial plane or anything. Once you're up there, you're just, again, you feel like you're in an SUV, maybe just cruising down the highway as long as you don't fucking look out the window. But the takeoff, you're like, oh man, this is a little plane.
Just going up like, oh, I fucked up. I shouldn't have done this.
And I also think like maybe it was scary.
I'd like to fly private, but not private like that, like private like Succession or Entourage, private plane flying. I don't want any part of those little Cessnas.
You know what, though? It wasn't bad, and it was nice because it's just like your own taxi in the air. We were able to stop where we needed to go, got right to where, no security, got to park at the private airport at Hopkins and just get right on the damn plane.
There's been a lot of small plane crashes lately.
I feel like there always is some, and it's just a matter, but like when you pay attention, there's quite a bit.
Yeah. I don't know if it's the maintenance or the pilot being a jagoff or what, but there's a lot of small plane crashes. And I would prefer if they don't fly over my house either, because they're always killing people on the ground. Mm-hmm. So fly somewhere else. I reject your. I don't allow you to fly over my house. Sorry.
This is closed airspace.
Yes, I've closed the airspace over my abode.
Dave's telling the city government, no, I own this airspace. You can't do that, sirs.
So Fred refueled the plane to full capacity around 6:10 p.m. and took off from the airport at 6:19 p.m. After taking off, Fred established radio contact with air traffic controller Steve Robbie at the Melbourne Flight Service Unit. He reported passing Cape Otway on schedule at 7 p.m. At 7:06 p.m., flying over the Bass Strait, Fred contacted Robbie to report seeing an unidentified aircraft with 4 bright landing lights flying near him. He asked if it could be an Air Force plane, but Robbie said there was no known traffic in the area. Fred described the object as long and shiny, that kind of classic cigar shape UFO. It was metallic, 4 bright lights that he compared to landing lights, and it had a slight green glow to it. He said it passed about 1,000 feet above his plane at high speed and seemed to be playing a game by circling over him multiple times. Fred then reported his engine was rough idling and the object was hovering right above him. In a worried tone, his final transmission at 7:12 p.m. stated, quote, "That strange aircraft is hovering on top of me again. It is hovering. It's not an aircraft." Right after saying it's not an aircraft, Fred's radio transmission was cut off, followed by 17 seconds of the strange metallic scraping sound.
So are these planes too low to get on radar? Doesn't sound like the tower had radar capabilities to see, because I would expect them to say, we don't see anything out there, right?
Yeah, he just told, but he did tell Fred that there was nothing in the area.
But did he mean they had flight plans or whatever? No other traffic was supposed to be out there. Like, I didn't get the sense he was referencing any sort of radar imagery.
Just speaking on like, no, we have no record of anyone supposed to be out.
Right. Not like I don't see anything around you type of thing. So
It was like a nothing is planned in that area.
Yeah. Scary when you're out there by yourself over the ocean.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Nothing but ocean.
Yeah. You got to feel like when you're already in the air, you already feel, at least like you removed from like civilization, right? Up there in the air. There's just nothing under you. And you're flying alone. Good Lord. You're gone. That's it.
Yeah. Was it dark yet? What time was it?
Yeah, it was getting dark.
It's getting dark? Okay.
It's not an uncommon story what he's describing. Like we said in the very beginning, the story's always used as a stepping stone in like aviation UFO stories, but Starting in World War II, the cigar-shaped UFO just like blew up with pilots.
Foo Fighters.
Mm-hmm.
Just trying to learn to fly.
Is it hard to see 1,000 feet above you though? When you're in a Cessna, like to make the statement that's not an aircraft? Is that a hard call to make?
Maybe it depends how big the aircraft was too.
Or like the shape, like he said, is nothing like a known aircraft that you could identify to make you say, like with his description of that, is he just saying, you know, it's metallic, it's cigar shaped, it's glowing green, that's not an aircraft or any that I'm familiar with.
Mm. So like we said, Robbie made urgent attempts to reach Fred using the call sign Delta Sierra Juliet, but got no response. With Fred now overdue at King Island and his last words about a strange hovering craft being so concerning, Robbie quickly started search and rescue protocols. He alerted other aviation authorities that a small aircraft with one person had gone missing over the Bass Strait after reporting an unidentified flying object. The initial search included an RAAF Lockheed P-3 Orion maritime patrol aircraft doing low-level sweeps. At least 8 civilian aircraft joined the search. Ocean-going ships in the Bass Strait area were alerted and asked to help. Meanwhile, all ships passing through were asked to look out and report any floating wreckage or oil slicks that might show where the plane went down. Despite covering a huge area and using a lot of resources, not a single piece of debris, oil slick, or any other evidence of Fred's plane was found after 4 days. So with no credible leads, the official search was called off on October 25th, 1978. The Australian Department of Transport launched an investigation to figure out what happened. Despite a thorough probe, their final report in 1982 said that the reason for the plane's disappearance could not be determined, but concluded it was presumed fatal for Fred.
You know what else had a thorough probe? Barney Hill's sphincter.
It certainly did.
He wasn't happy about it.
No.
R.I.P. his anus. I was getting also in this quick intermission here in the story, flashbacks of my college days. We have the TV on here, and as we were in the middle of performing, I saw a pop-up that Willie Mays passed away.
Really?
I don't perform well being told under pressure like this that heroes of sport have passed away, but I'm going to power through for you guys, limp dick and all. R.I.P. to Willie Mays and Evel Knievel.
That's Willie Mays, not Willie Mays Hayes, right?
Correct.
How old was Willie Mays? He had
93,
90s,
I believe it said. 92 or
He's gotta
93.
be old.
I did not know he was still alive, actually.
I would have guessed that he was dead.
Yeah.
Willie Mays, that famous catch of his was in the 1954 World Series against the Indians. The over the
You were there at the
shoulder
game,
catch.
right? You were at the game.
Oh yeah, I was at every game. Absolutely. But I mean, that catch was 70 years ago.
Right.
That's crazy. While the official investigation couldn't explain what happened to Fred, a possible clue surfaced in July of 1983. An engine cowl flap from a Cessna 182, the same type as Fred's plane, washed ashore on Flinders Island in the Bass Strait. It matched the serial number range of Fred's aircraft, which was VH-DSJ, but no other debris or evidence was ever found. The Bureau of Air Safety Investigation checked with the Royal Australian Navy Research Laboratory about the chances of this cowl flap drifting from where Fred went missing to Flinders Island. There was debate on how it could have gotten there, which added to the mystery. And also, the serial number, it just matched like that model plane. It wasn't like definitive that is his.
It's just a plane that made that same year within that same range.
Right.
It keeps the door open.
Mm-hmm.
It's also odd that that's the one thing. Also, what is a cowl flap? Do we know that? I'm thinking those little flaps that come up on the wings.
I'm not sure.
It's coming from a guy with zero flight knowledge, which puts me about the same as Fred, right?
Sure. You could probably pass the courses. Are there enough Cessnas crashing there, though, that they're like, it might be his, but
That's true. That's what I mean.
You never
like,
know.
It gives that just that enough hope that it's something.
Yeah.
I just assumed, I didn't even consider that it wasn't a part of his. Like, I'm just
Sure
thinking, like,
it was,
of course it is, right?
Exactly.
Like,
I don't know, man. Small planes, they just creep me out. Do you remember when Payne Stewart's Learjet crashed?
Something inside there.
Okay.
Okay.
Something to do with the engine.
I failed my first flight exam.
So
right
you're
then
actually
and there.
worse than Fred.
Well, you sure about that?
Do you remember Payne Stewart's flight when it crashed? In the golfer Payne Stewart in 1999.
I don't even know who Payne Stewart is.
He was a golfer.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
It's
a golfer
His
name.
Learjet, he was flying from like Orlando to, I want to say it was Texas for some tournament, and something happened with the pressurization. I think everyone in the plane just got hypoxia and passed out, and the plane was just on autopilot and it just flew across the country on autopilot until it ran out of fuel and crashed in South Dakota.
And everybody was just in there passed out.
Yeah. I think they had, Air Force jets go up and look and fly next to them and say everyone was just out. It was just flying on autopilot.
Did they let
I just
it
thought it was
crash? Were they planning to shoot it down when it got over
I think
airspace
depending
where
what-
they could?
Where if it was going to hit a populated area, it ended up crashing in a field in South Dakota.
They're like,
If
it's
I
almost in
remember,
Canada. Just
yeah.
let it keep going.
But I think they were probably ready to take it down. But yeah, it just crashed in a field.
That's crazy.
Really
I didn't know
creepy
that.
story, yeah.
Yeah, that's weird.
But it was on the news early. Like I listened to it, like unfolding. Like they reported it. They knew what was happening. I think, and it was it's still flying across country. Really weird. Moral of the story: I'm staying on big planes.
It's a good moral. 2 decades after Fred's disappearance, his family put up a memorial plaque in 1998 at Cape Otway, near where his last radio transmission was made. Steve Robbie, the air traffic controller, who was the last person to talk to Fred that night, was the one that unveiled the plaque. He's also the one that you see in documentaries and stuff when this story gets brought up.
That's nice.
Yeah, he's always the guy to talk about it.
Who else, right?
Yeah. Get into some theories. A more straightforward explanation is that Fred, being an inexperienced pilot with around 150 flight hours, got disoriented while flying over water at night. Some think that he mistook celestial lights or natural phenomena like the planet Venus for a UFO.
150 hours doesn't seem like a lot, right?
Not to fly over the ocean by yourself at night.
Well, and it does say an inexperienced pilot with 150 hours.
that's not much.
So yeah, that's
Like if you were getting on your Spirit Airlines flight and you're like, oh, look, welcome aboard. This pilot has 150 hours of flight experience. You're like, okay.
it's probably why they don't allow them to be commercial flight pilots.
I would probably say all right and go sit down, and then like 5 or 10 minutes later after I process that thought, I'd be like, oh,
wait.
that's not that long.
Wait, what?
Did he say 150?
Wait, what? Hey, can we taxi back to the gate, please? I need off. You're just like, hey, I'm a terrorist. Can you get me off this plane? We're all gonna die. You better let me off now. They just fucking tase you and hog tie you with duct tape.
Like if you're trying to get off, they won't go back to the gate. At some point, you have to just say bomb, and you're guaranteed that they're going to turn around.
Oh, yeah.
You might
gonna
be
have
on a
enough.
no-fly
You're
list
gonna have
for
a rough
bit.
next couple weeks,
That's right.
but you're getting off that plane.
Plane's not going up with you on it if that's what you want to happen.
Desperate times, Dave. Desperate times.
You got to do what you got to
Get the
do.
fuck off that plane.
Someone said there's a bomb in the back.
I mean, I wasn't the one that said it. Somebody else said it, but we should probably taxi back and get off this plane. Just saying. But I didn't say bomb. Somebody else said bomb. But I'm not the one that said bomb on this airplane. But someone said there's a bomb on this airplane. Everyone's crying around you. Like, but it wasn't me that said bomb.
Like Ben Stiller on Meet the Parents when bomb, 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 bomb.
That's right. Pre 9/11 movies, man. That was no holds barred with the airports.
Is that pre 9/11?
I think so. Wouldn't have had to have been.
Oh, it might.
I want to say like a 2000.
99. That might be 99.
2000.
All right. Good call. They wouldn't have been making that movie the next year.
Nope.
Bomb, 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 bomb.
This theory suggests Fred's talk about a strange aircraft was actually his confused interpretation of normal lights, like said the planet Venus. Supporters of this theory point to Fred's report of his engine running rough. If he became spatially disoriented, he might have entered an uncontrolled spin, also known as a graveyard spiral. In a graveyard spiral, a pilot unable to recognize the aircraft's orientation follows the plane into a tightening spiral descent, which is a common outcome for spatial disorientation over a featureless terrain like water at night.
Yeah, that's a fun last couple of minutes on Earth, right? That's what happened to JFK Jr. He flying that private plane.
Really?
Yeah, that's
Same
right.
thing. Yep.
There's a few theories that suggest Fred might have staged his own disappearance and crashed for unknown reasons. Supporters of that idea point to alleged discrepancies like Fred being late for his scheduled flight and giving different reasons for the flight's purpose to various people. They speculate that Fred made an emergency landing somewhere and then went into hiding, using his final transmission about the strange aircraft as a cover story. But there's no solid evidence of,
Would it be hard to make a landing somewhere with no one being an eyewitness to that and then just disappearing?
I don't know what those islands are like out there, how remote some of that is.
I feel like that might be pretty difficult to pull off. Hide a plane, to get out of Dodge.
The fact that the plane has never been found,
Yeah.
besides that little piece of...
Or did he sink the plane? Like maybe he hit a raft on the island a couple weeks beforehand.
This guy
and then
couldn't pass a
sunk the
test.
plane.
Do you think he's planning this out?
I think that's unlikely. What's a 20-year-old kid know about disappearing too and coming up with a new fake identity and all that?
Yeah.
I keep forgetting he was only 20.
Yeah.
He was young.
Fred just seemed like that kind of wild card type person, like no fear person. He's like, fuck it, I can fly over the ocean.
Yeah.
I don't care what those tests say. I can fly.
I'm smart.
I'm a real boy. This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. Can you believe the year is almost half over already? Why does it feel like time has been flying by? When you reflect back on your 2024 thus far, what's something you're proud of? What would you like to accomplish throughout the second half of the year? When life goes by so fast, it's important to take a moment to celebrate your wins and make adjustments for the rest of the year. Therapy can be a great way to help you take stock of your progress and set achievable goals for the next 6 months. Therapy provides an opportunity to reflect on your wins, your losses, and what you may want to tackle next. By taking a moment to reflect on yourself, you'll be able to better understand where you're at in 2024 and where you want to be when 2025 gets here. Having a clear vision for your next set of goals will keep you focused, driven, and hungry. So, if you're thinking of starting therapy, why not give BetterHelp a try? It's entirely online and designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. All you have to do is fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist, and you can switch therapists at any time for no additional charge. Take a moment, visit betterhelp.com/necro today and get 10% off your first month. Again, that's BetterHelp, HELP.com/necro.
Fred's rejections from the Royal Australian Air Force and his struggles with those tests are sometimes mentioned as possible motives for wanting to disappear. However, his friends and family say that there's no way that he would do something like that. Another theory suggests that Fred might have crashed his plane on purpose. The suicide theory points all those personal setbacks that Fred had, like being rejected twice by the Air Force due to his bad grades, getting in trouble for going into business for himself, flying wherever he wanted to. He did get in trouble for that. Like he was, I don't know what
Pending prosecution.
Yeah, and he had been cited for doing that. Like he was in trouble.
Art Bell said you're gonna be in trouble. They're gonna shoot you down.
He warned everybody.
The suicide theory points to, all the failed exams, but they specifically point to the fact that he failed 3 just a month before his disappearance. And maybe that was some type of a trigger. Losing his dreams of a career as a military or commercial pilot could have been a reason, but again, this theory is dismissed by his friends and family, saying that Fred would never commit suicide.
Maybe I'm sure it's very disappointing if that's your childhood dream to grow up and be a pilot, and you find out maybe you're not smart enough to do something like that.
Oh, I'm sure it is.
Right?
It's definitely a bummer.
And I understand we've, I think, mentioned this before. The family probably didn't think he would ever do something like that. But I think a lot of families think, oh, my so-and-so would never do something like that. And then they end up the ones that end up doing it. You don't know. I mean, especially back then, mental health wasn't something that was shared or talked about. You kind of buried that shit deep down.
It's like you grew up wanting to be a porn star your whole life, and then you have a 3-inch penis, and you can't get cast in any movies.
I don't understand why you have to just out me like that, but you could have, picked anything else in the world. You're going to talk about me and my small weenie.
Like, what am I going to do now?
Start fucking other people's wives. That's what you do.
It's a weird. I've never been wanted to be something like that. Like I never, not to say I never had any dreams, but
like that desperately.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
I've never been
agree.
like, oh man, I need to do that.
Yeah, like you always have something you want to be as a kid, and you grow out of it, or you find something else.
Some people do, though.
Yeah, I get it. I can't. My brain doesn't kind of work. Like I can't wrap my head around that.
Yeah.
Like if it's either this or I don't want to live.
I just want to relax, drink some beers. I don't really want to work.
Seems like you found your perfect job there, pal.
This is a good job for me.
I walked to work today with a high noon in my hand. Pretty fucking awesome. Oh, and it was at 7:00 at night. That's pretty fucking awesome.
It's not bad.
You know where there's no traffic jams? On the fucking sidewalk.
It's very true. My dream is to wake up at 5 a.m. and commute an hour to work and sit in a cubicle for 10 hours a day. And
No, in all fairness, who's saying that?
Like that could get depressing after a while. Like if
yeah.
if Fred wasn't 20, like let's say Fred was 40, then yeah, maybe I could see him being super depressed about it.
We've all seen Office Space.
Yeah.
Shit fucks with your head.
I get it, though. Like if flying is your dream and you're not good enough to do it, then
Yeah.
I get it. It's horrible. Some people have that fire inside them, and that's their life's dream. And when you can't achieve that,
What's that like to
I
have
understand that.
get up and go inside of you?
I don't know.
I'm more of a leisure type person myself. I don't know. Like I think we're put here to enjoy and do leisure activities, not to fucking work 80 hours a week. That's horrible.
Well, but I guess to him that's not working, right? He's doing something he loves that he really wants to do.
That's how you look at it, sure.
I don't think he saw that as this is where I'm going to grind.
Yeah. That's a good point. Yeah, this whole structure we've built around working 5 hours or 5 days, 6 days a week, that's no good. It's not good for anybody. 3 days a week work max.
He's Dave Namapod, and this is his message.
Too much working going on in this world. This is too much. More leisure activity, more drinking time, more beach time, more vacation time. Too much work, especially in this country. A lot of vacation in other countries. Not that much vacation in this country. Too much working going on.
They do have a lot of vacations around the world.
Yeah, they're a little bit better in the vacation space. Like they take the whole month of August off. I applaud that. I'd like to have the whole month of August off. The show's canceled for August.
Another more straightforward theory is that Fred experienced a mechanical failure or some type of an emergency that led to a forced landing somewhere in the Bass Strait waters. This is based off him saying that there had been some rough idling with his engine and his final transmissions. Supporters of this theory suggest that this indicated a potential engine failure, and Fred may have tried to handle it by, making a emergency landing or just ditching the plane in the water. People are skeptical about that because it doesn't account for other things that he said, like the strange aircraft stuff.
It kind of just ignores all of that.
Yeah.
This theory.
And it just suggests that his engine failed and he went down.
Which would be very likely, but you have the audio of him saying, hey, there's something above me. Like that.
He's describing something, which I mean, I'll save my thoughts for the end of what he's describing, but he is describing something.
There's no oil slick or debris field that they found.
Right.
They didn't find a piece of the craft until 5 years later when it floated somewhere, and it wasn't even positively identified 100%.
Yeah.
And finally, we'll get to the UFO theories. Fred was known to be a big believer in UFOs and the idea that aliens have been to Earth. Very much like me, Fred was all in on the abduction aspect, everything.
Was he a MUFON guy or a NICAP guy? Do you have any idea?
I'd say that he was a MUFON.
You're taking him for your own?
Yeah, I like Fred.
He was a Foster's guy. Are you kidding?
Fred just reminds me of that kind of wild card type guys. Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna fly over the
Like
ocean.
MUFON, Australian for UFO. Well, MUFON.
Are you going to give him an honorary membership?
Yeah, I'll give him one.
All right.
Nice.
There you go.
He read all the books, claimed to have seen a UFO during a flight a few months before his disappearance. Adding to the UFO theory are eyewitness reports. On the night Fred disappeared, several eyewitnesses reported seeing strange lights and objects in the sky over the Bass Strait area.
So I actually pulled some of those eyewitness accounts. It was interesting. It's a case study I found. It's titled "The Valentich Disappearance: New Evidence and a New Conclusion." I'm not going to get into the whole summary of it, but they have the eyewitness accounts. This is from a Richard F. Haynes and a Paul Norman from the Victorian UFO Research Society in Moorabbin, Australia. How about that?
Okay.
This paper presents new evidence regarding the now famous disappearance of Frederick Valentich, who was flying a Cessna airplane on the evening of October 21st, 1978, somewhere near Cape Otway, southwest of Melbourne. The testimony of 3 witnesses is given, each of whom claim they saw an airplane descending downward at a steep angle with a much larger object with green lights flying just above it. A plot of the most probable flight path is also included. Based on this new evidence, taken in conjunction with the pilot's own in-flight reporting of sighting events, we have to conclude that there appears to be sufficient evidence to suggest that Valentich's airplane probably crashed into the sea southeast of Cape Marengo, about 3 and 12 miles offshore. The nature of the large object with green lights that accompanied the airplane during its steep descent remains to be identified. How about that? The primary witness, Mr. Ken Hansen, it's a pseudonym, so don't go Googling him.
I won't.
I saw Mike picking up his phone. He was ready to get all in on it.
Oh, you said Hanson. I was like, oh, bop.
So this guy was 47 years old at the time. Told his wife of what he and his 2 nieces had just seen on their way home, but she just laughed at his story. The following morning at work, he told his fellow employees who believed what he said about seeing the airplane, but not about the large green object flying above it, the details of which are given below. Of course, at this early date, he could not have known anything about Valentich's description of a green light flying near him. Hansen decided to drop the subject to avoid further ridicule, which is something we've heard in the past. Guys go to report this stuff and everyone makes fun of them and they're sort of hesitant to report it. Years later, he happened to discuss his sighting with a local policeman who later mentioned the story to Guido Valentich, father of the missing pilot. Guido then told author P.N., who interviewed Hansen and his 2 nieces. Both girls gave the same basic details as their uncle. This is eyewitness account here. So this is the authors of the study. During a visit to the area between Cape Otway and the resort town of Apollo Bay on March 17, 1998, both authors had an opportunity to meet Mr. Ken Hansen, Mike, again, pseudonym,
Phone down.
who was then age 67, so it's 20 years later. Hansen lives in the resort town of Apollo Bay. As he had told author PN in 1991, he said that he had seen with his 2 nieces an odd aerial event the same night that Valentich had disappeared. We asked if he would take us to his original observation site so that we might reconstruct each step of his sighting. He gladly agreed to do so, during which time he gave us the following information. So here, we'll get into the sighting details, which is the important part. Mr. Hansen and his 2 nieces had been shooting rabbits on the late afternoon of October 21st, 1978, in the hills about 2 kilometers west of Apollo Bay in the direction of Mariners Falls. He said that it was dusk, but he could not recall the exact time. They were in his 4-wheel drive vehicle driving east on Barham Valley Road toward his home on the southern outskirts of the town. Hansen was driving in the left front seat, and one niece, Tracy, was sitting in the right front seat. Mike, I'm not sure if that's a pseudonym or not, Tracy. So,
Okay.
his other niece was in the back right seat. Tracy first sighted colored lights in the sky on the right side. The automobile was traveling about 30 miles per hour at the time in the left lane. Suddenly, she said, quote, "What is that light in the sky?" As the automobile continued, Hansen craned his neck to look out the right side window in the direction that she was pointing. He caught sight of some lights and said to her, quote, "Those are only the lights of an airplane." "No," she replied, quote, "I mean that other large green light above it." He drove on and then turned to look again some 10 to 15 seconds later. At that point, he also was able to make out two separate sets of lights in the clear but darkening sky. They continued down the road, although Mr. Hansen was now slowing down because of the left turn ahead and because he wanted to better see the strange set of aerial lights. Mr. and Mrs. Hansen lived near a small airstrip located just south of Apollo Bay, and he is knowledgeable about aircraft and the appearance of their lights at night. Although it is not uncommon to see the lights of small airplanes in the vicinity, the presence of the large green light was so unusual that Hansen decided to pull over, stop, and get out of his automobile. He said that when he did so, he clearly saw a second large greenish circular light, quote, like it was riding on top of the airplane. He stood watching for another 15 to 20 seconds until both lights disappeared from sight. Thus, the entire sighting lasted about 93 seconds. So that's an eyewitness account. Guy that has no reason to lie about it.
UFOs aren't investigated like they used to be. I like all those old UFO books are like, well, we went there in fucking person.
Yeah, they're on site talking to people 20 years after the fact.
Yeah, you don't get that.
Now the Pentagon's like, yeah, here's some video. Yeah, this happened. We don't know what the fuck it is.
Yeah, I was listening to Art not too long ago. Two guys arguing about Billy Meyer stuff, and the one guy's like, I fucking went there and researched the case. Like I was in Sweden with them. Like, what are you talking about? But like there's no like on the ground UFO research anymore.
But everything's,
Those days are
now.
done.
It's just those days are gone, yeah. But if Billy let me go in his whack-a-mometer or whatever the fuck it's called.
The chronovisor?
The chronovisor, where you can see dinosaurs and Jesus getting put up on the cross. I'm all in. I'm flying to Sweden now.
Who wouldn't?
That's right.
The Associated Press reported that the Australian Department of Transport received multiple calls from people who saw strange lights after Fred's disappearance was publicized. However, the department was skeptical, noting that many of the reports came well after Fred was reported missing.
All right, Ken's was contemporaneous before he even heard about it, so I give him some credibility.
One of the notable eyewitness accounts came from a bank manager named Colin Morgan and his wife. They reported seeing a large, glowing star-shaped object hovering in the sky for nearly an hour near Geelong, about 35 miles southwest of Melbourne. That's a long time for a UFO to just sit there.
Yeah.
Morgan described the object as bright with green flickering lights at one end and said it seemed to be cruising almost directly above them as they drove down the highway. This sighting happened the same time Fred disappeared and is always referenced by UFO researchers as potentially being significant. However, like with other eyewitness reports, it came out after Fred's disappearance, which could very well be somebody just capitalizing on the story. Historian Reg Watson, who has researched Fred's disappearance extensively, said that there were numerous UFO sightings in the months leading up to Fred's disappearance. He described this period as, quote, the biggest flap in Australia's history for UFO activity. According to Watson, lights in the sky and cigar-shaped objects were reported from King Island, where Fred was headed, and other areas along the northwest coast of Tasmania. He mentioned talking to witnesses who claimed to have seen the craft just 15 minutes before Fred went missing. The UFO group, Ground Saucer Watch, based in Phoenix, Arizona, said they have analyzed photographs taken by a plumber named Roy Manifold that they believe show evidence related to Fred's disappearance. Roy was on vacation in Australia on October 21st, 1978, the same day Fred went missing. Around 6:45 p.m., about 20 minutes before Fred's first radio transmission reporting a strange aircraft, Roy was taking pictures of the sunset over Bass Strait from a location called Crawfish Bay near Cape Otway.
Oh, is that where our friend Fred was going to get crawfish?
I believe so.
Huh. I mean, there must be a bunch of them there if the bay is named after them, right?
It only makes sense.
Yeah. What if there were none?
That's why they named it that.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I'm going to get crawfish at Crawfish Bay. They're like, that's just the name of it. There's not actually any crawfish there. We don't have crawfish in Australia at all. None, not one. It's like,
Roy took a series of 6 photographs of the setting sun using his 35 millimeter camera set to automatically take shots in sequence. At the time, he didn't notice anything unusual. However, when the film was developed later, the 4th and 6th photos in the series appeared to show some type of anomalous object. The 4th photo showed what was described as a dense, quote, black lump that seemed to be rising from the water. The 5th photo appeared normal, but the 6th allegedly showed a, quote, strange mass situated in the sky directly above the position of the lump or disturbance, whatever it was in the 4th photo. This object in the 6th was accompanied by what looks like a trail of small, bright shapes behind it, giving the impression of, quote, tremendous speed or an exhaust being trailed from the main object. That was from people at Ground Saucer Watch.
okay. It's something in the picture.
Yeah, I mean, they
Pull that up again.
say that it's a, quote, bona fide unknown flying object of moderate dimensions, apparently surrounded by a cloud-like vapor exhaust residue. That's okay. You sure about that?
Yeah.
You sure about that?
Yeah.
You sure about that?
It looks like a puff of smoke in the sky, kind of.
It kind of looks like someone just threw a rock and it just got caught in his frame.
It could be anything.
Yeah.
It's not proof positive of anything by any stretch.
No. I don't know what Ground Saucer Watch is up to out there in Arizona. UFO writer Jerome Clark, who we've referenced before, stated that the pictures did not provide clear identification of what the object was, so he wasn't going to put his stamp of approval on it and what he wrote about this case. We said at the beginning, this is a classic in UFO lore. It's like a stepping stone all the time for bigger stories. It's had a lasting influence on pop culture. It's been featured in numerous books, documentaries, TV series. And that's the disappearance of Fred.
Fred.
Realistically, I think Fred probably kind of fucked around and found out with flying over the ocean at night. And he probably did confuse Venus for something because he already had UFOs on his mind nonstop.
That seems likely.
And then what, crashed and kind of sunk to where like no debris found though? Like, I
Maybe
don't know.
people just missed it.
It's possible.
I mean, there's no radar, right? It was a large area. They don't know exactly where he went down.
Yeah.
They're plotting
Rough
a
estimates.
rough estimate, sure. They had a couple planes out searching for him, but the ocean's pretty big.
Yeah.
There's another possibility I'm not sure that we covered is that one of those giant fucking spiders from Australia climbed in the plane with him and Mike wasn't there to kill it for him. And
Could it have
he
been
may have panicked and crashed.
the spider bit him and he started hallucinating
That could be also.
and crashed?
You just never know.
They do have some big ass spiders.
Giant.
I don't want any of that.
Like, I'd have no problem taking care of those, but those are almost like baseball bat. Like, I'm not doing a roll of paper towels like I do here.
It's
I need
like-
a baseball bat to take care of that thing.
It's like fucking horror movie sized. I don't know how you could even live there. If that's a potential, right? How do you sleep? There's a potential that thing can crawl in your house. How do you sleep?
All those fucking people at, was that Larima? Was
Yeah,
that the
yeah,
time?
yeah.
They didn't have any doors and windows. A lot of
Well,
them.
anything is fuck. Kangaroo come in and start fucking punching you in the head.
One of those spiders probably ate Patty while he was in bed. Nothing happened. A spider ate him.
Back when I, years ago, was living in Indianapolis, it was a big old house and the basement, just old and whatever. There was a lot of crevices and creaks and holes. And I'm trying to look at the pictures on Dave's wall to give you a size comparison. Probably the jumping, what is that, jumping jack, or what is his name?
Spring Hill Jack.
Spring Hill Jack. The entire frame included There was a spider on the wall that was almost that big.
No.
Almost. I didn't get close to that one. Just kind of turned. I was like, nope, not going to do laundry today. I went upstairs the other way. And then never saw it again. But honest to God, it was probably almost that big.
That is a world I don't even want to live in.
Mm-mm.
And yet here you are.
Yeah, here I am. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really see a lot of proof for a UFO. Perhaps, though, there's some eyewitness accounts. You can't explain the green. What was the green? Show me the green. What was I want the green?
This is another one too, where like that eyewitness account about it's sitting there for an hour, and that almost makes me wonder if it's a drone. Like I really think that a lot of old UFO sightings from the 70s and 80s could probably be attributed to
Like a military drone?
a military drone being tested out.
Yeah.
Like a lot earlier than anyone thought there was drone technology.
Yeah.
Well, that's an interesting point. Sure.
Is it a big, where his,
Not what he saw, not what Fred saw, but potentially like what the eyewitnesses saw. That's completely unrelated.
is his memorial spot a big tourist attraction, you think? Or
I don't know.
It will be now.
well, I mean, like in the UFO community, is that something big? Maybe. I wonder.
Maybe, I don't know.
Maybe a MUFON convention there, Ian. You have to set that up.
We'll have a picnic beside it.
Have your Australian delegation set that up.
Like when MUFON goes over there, they put a flag there, and then NICAP comes over and they pull the flag out and they go back and forth.
It's a whole thing. Yeah. It's
Or is NICAP gone now? Are they gone?
I think so.
They vanquished NICAP.
Look at that. Congratulations.
Last man standing, MUFON.
Here you go. Ian's the fucking Vince McMahon of the UFO community.
Buy them all up.
Yeah. You're not pooping on people, at least.
Not yet.
Hopefully never.
I like that it took him a while to even like acknowledge that. He's like, what? He's like,
Am I pooping on people?
He's like, if I stay quiet, they just won't even ask me about it further.
Don't let them know you're pooping on people. Don't let them know. Don't make eye contact.
He's like, oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm definitely not one of those pooper on people's. I wouldn't do that. Yeah, you're right. Good job, guys.
Yeah, NICAP is they're not they don't exist.
defunct.
Yeah.
You're the victor.
They still have a website with some stuff on it, but like they're not an active organization. Their website is fucking trash. Jesus Christ.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Yep.
Who's their web design firm?
Bill, who does random shit. I don't know.
All right, I'm not discounting it completely. I don't see a lot of evidence, but I do see some eyewitness accounts. There was something in the sky that night, perhaps. If it was aliens, I hope they took Fred with them to a life of leisure on another planet before the plane crashed, and they didn't just make him crash. I hope he's
Maybe they brought him aboard and let him fly the UFO.
that would be great.
The ultimate dream.
They gave him kind of like a Matrix upload, so he knew how to fly. Finally, didn't have to take any more tests.
No, they just have like, they're so technologically advanced, they can just set UFO to like easy, like on the video games, where like if you're doing like, well, you guys probably didn't play the racing games, but like the car would just steer itself and like it makes you think, or like Mario Kart on like the easy level. And he's like, I'm doing it. I'm a real boy. And he's just flying the plane. And they're just like, the Greys just like patting him on the back, like, you did it, young man. You did it.
Young man.
We will now probe you.
Spread your asshole now.
All right, fun's over. Give us that booty hole.
We're gonna go to autopilot and let's see what that colon's looking like, pal.
You could even bring up the theory that aliens fuck up sometimes during abductions. Like they're not going to be perfect all
They
the
made
time.
him crash.
Yeah, or they,
Sure.
like there's theories that some of these unknown missing people that go missing every year are actually just fuck ups. They
Okay.
accidentally like when we're trying to trap an animal or something, somebody accidentally kills it, or stuff happens.
It's a really good point. Like they were just gonna let's have a looky here, and Fred's like, whoa, like he does, he's inexperienced and doesn't know what's going on.
It's like, hey Fred, just chill out. And he's not chilling out, and
That's a really
He's not showing up.
Yeah, that's a very plausible explanation. I like that.
It's a wild explanation for missing people in the world. You know, even if 1% of that is true, that's really fucking crazy.
Look, if we believe that like Travis and whoever else were abducted on the ground like that, it only makes sense that there's a failure rate, even a minimal one. So sure.
Yeah, they can't be perfect.
Yeah, I'll buy that. Okay. I'm going to go with that. I like that theory. They fucked up and crashed.
Maybe they just
Fred.
buzzed too close to him or something.
Maybe they're drunk driving. Aliens had too many vodka sodas that day.
No one's perfect.
No matter what happened to him, he crashed in the water. He just didn't just
Yes.
vanish. Like his plane, they didn't take his whole plane if it was aliens.
Agree. Hopefully they pulled him out of there with a tractor beam. That's what I'm going to go to bed thinking about tonight.
He's just
That
living
he
his
lives.
best life.
Fred lives.
Hanging out with aliens.
Fred lives.
They grabbed him out of the thing at the last second. Freddie got fingered. Pulled into the UFO at the last second.
Oh man, I
saw a
forgot
cl-
all about that.
I saw a
movie.
clip of that movie online the other day. It just popped up on like a social media, and I was like, "This is just ridiculous. This was so funny." That and Stealing Harvard, all those Road Trip, all those Tom Green movies were so ridiculous but funny.
That's another one that has like a 0 Rotten Tomatoes
Freddie
score.
got
Freddie got fingered. And it's so fucking stupid. You just have to laugh. It's so funny.
Yeah.
I might watch that. I'm interested to see how that holds up.
Oh, it holds up.
I'm sure it does.
That's
I'll
good.
find it funny.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, man, I was thinking of parts of that movie.
Was Rip Torn? That was his dad, right? Rip Torn was his dad. Yeah.
I forgot about that. All right. Anything else with Fred? Any other final thoughts? Suggestions? Comments? No? I think we got it kind of all out there,
I
right?
think something interesting was happening out there perhaps that night. Obviously, we're never going to know. I'd just like to take away that I hope Freddy's with the aliens now.
In a better place, some might
In a
say.
better place. Better place than the bottom of the ocean.
You good? All right, Dave, what do we got on Patreon?
Thank you to new patrons. Chrissy is our favorite. Davier Harris. Blue Chew CEO Willie B. Hardigan.
Well done.
Aaron Trueblood. Anastasia. Emo Ian. A. Aaron from the land down under. Alabala. Nick Bird. Rochelle Pierce. Mitch Strait. Booty Hole Commander of the Booty Hole Brigade in Boot Hole, U.S. Jill Black, Charlotte Mallow, Ethan Thorin, Matthew Mabry, Nins, Kyle Smith, James Lindsay, Stacy, Melody Masteller, Triple H, Ian's bestie Noah, Maren.
I don't know any Noahs, but hey, what's up?
You don't know a Noah?
I don't know a Noah. That's good.
Miranda Burt, Brooke Perkle, Crimes, Killers, Cults, and Beer. All right. Brittany Gray, Hannah, Mika L, Lisa Wilder, KCJ, Christiana Kennedy, Kyle Green, Jamie McClanahan, Cole Holland, Dylan B, and Amelia. Thank you, new patrons.
Ian, what do you got?
For iTunes, I have one for Fisk Vienke. A whole bunch of letters just hit their keyboard. Another one, same thing. Yeah. Thank you guys for the awesome reviews. Nothing to really be able to read.
Dave, anything else on your end?
I have one international shout out to RUPTCY. Not sure if that's RUPC or initials or something, but from New Zealand. Thank you so much for the kind review.
All right. And then, I think every year we do a little 4th of July sale on our website for stickers. So starting the day after you hear this, the day it's released, I guess, Sunday. So Monday, we'll have 3 packs of stickers on sale on our website for $7.04.
That's a
in
great
honor
deal.
of the 4th of July holiday. Here
Happy
in the,
birthday, America.
Happy birthday to us. So for the next few weeks, we'll have those on sale, a 3-pack for just a little over $7.
While supplies last.
While supplies last. So go check that out, necronomipod.com. We are on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube at Necronomipod, patreon.com/Necronomipod, amazon.com, search Necronomipod, and necronomipod.com.
All right, you guys ready for a cool down beer?
Cheers.